Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, nestled between towering mountains and vast forests, there was a princess named Julie. Her kingdom, Elderwood, was known for its breathtaking landscapes, where lush green forests met crystal-clear rivers. The people of Elderwood lived in harmony with nature, and they believed the forest was enchanted, filled with magical creatures and ancient secrets. Princess Julie, however, was not like most princesses. While others enjoyed grand balls and lavish parties, Julie found peace and comfort in the forest. From a young age, she had always felt a special connection to the creatures that roamed the woods, particularly the wolves. Her mother, Queen Alara, was a wise and loving ruler who understood her daughter's deep bond with nature. The queen often told Julie stories about the magical beings who lived in the forests and the ancient powers they held. But Julie's ability to communicate with wolves was something even her mother could not fully explain. One crisp autumn evening, as Julie wandered through the forest near the castle, she found herself surrounded by a pack of wolves. At first, she was not frightened. The wolves, with their piercing eyes and graceful movements, did not seem dangerous. Instead, they felt like old friends, and Julie smiled warmly at them. To her surprise, one of the wolves, a silver-gray creature with fur like moonlight, approached her. Orin, the leader of the pack, stepped forward, his golden eyes locking with Julie's. "Princess Julie, we have been waiting for you." His voice echoed in her mind, soft yet strong. Julie gasped, realizing that she could hear the wolves speak in her thoughts. "You can talk?" she asked, stunned. "Yes, Princess, we can. We are the keepers of the Whispering Forest, the heart of the Elderwood Kingdom. It has been centuries since anyone could understand our language. But you, Princess Julie, possess the ancient gift of speech with the wilds. You can speak to us, and we can speak to you. This is a rare and powerful gift." Julie's heart swelled with excitement and wonder. "Why me? How do I have this power?" "It is your destiny," Orin replied, his voice calm but filled with ancient wisdom. "The kingdom is in danger. A shadow has fallen across the forest. A dark force is stirring, and if it is not stopped, it will consume everything. The wolves are the guardians of the forest, but we cannot do it alone. You must help us, Princess Julie." Julie's heart skipped a beat. She had heard whispers of strange events occurring in the kingdom: crops failing, animals fleeing, and the once thriving forest beginning to wither. The land was in pain, and the people were frightened. But she never imagined that the key to saving her kingdom would lie with her and the wolves. "What is this darkness?" Julie asked, determination growing in her chest. "The darkness is an ancient sorceress named Morga. She was once a protector of the forest, but her thirst for power and control led her down a dark path. She betrayed the balance of nature and has been trapped for centuries beneath the stone of shadows in the heart of the forest. But now, she is free, and she seeks to cover all of Elderwood in eternal night. If she succeeds, the kingdom will fall." Julie knew what she had to do. She had been chosen by fate to help restore balance to the forest and her kingdom, but she didn't know how to begin. Orin spoke again, his voice full of certainty. "To stop Morga, you must find the Heartstone, an ancient crystal with the power to seal away darkness. The Heartstone has been hidden for centuries, and only one who understands the language of the wild can find it. You must follow the path of the wolves, for the Heartstone is guarded by the very creatures of the forest." And so, Princess Julie set out on her quest, accompanied by Orin and his pack of loyal wolves. They traveled deep into the Whispering Forest, a place where the trees whispered ancient secrets and the wind carried the songs of the past. Along the way, Julie encountered many challenges that tested her courage and wisdom. The first challenge came when they crossed the Silver River, a fast-flowing stream said to be enchanted by the forest spirits. The river was too wide to cross easily, and the wolves, though strong, could not swim across the swift current. Julie stepped forward, her heart filled with purpose, and called upon the spirits of the river. "Spirits of the river, guide us across," she spoke softly, trusting the magic of the forest. To her amazement, the water began to shimmer and part, creating a path of stones that led safely across the river. The wolves followed her without hesitation, their eyes filled with admiration. As they journeyed deeper into the forest, they came upon the glimmering cave, where the Heartstone was hidden. But guarding the cave was Morga herself. The sorceress was tall, with dark, flowing robes that seemed to absorb the light around her. Her eyes glowed with malevolent power, and her presence filled the air with dread. "So the princess has come to stop me," Morga sneered, her voice like a cold wind. "But you are too late. The forest belongs to me now. No wolf, no human, and certainly no princess can stand against me." Julie stood tall, though her heart pounded in her chest. She could feel the wolves' presence behind her, their loyalty and strength supporting her. She spoke firmly, her voice steady. "I am not alone. The wolves, the forest, and the heart of Elderwood are with me. You may have twisted the magic for yourself, but it will never belong to you." With a swift motion, Morga unleashed a dark spell that filled the air with shadows. The wolves howled in unison, their voices resonating with the power of the forest. Julie closed her eyes and focused on the magic within her. She called upon the Heartstone, knowing it would only respond to the purest of intentions. With a burst of light, the Heartstone glowed brightly from within the cave, and the shadows around Morga began to waver. The sorceress cried out in anger as the power of the Heartstone pushed her back, and with one final, defiant scream, Morga vanished into the darkness she had created. The wolves cheered, their howls echoing through the forest. Julie had succeeded. The Heartstone had sealed away Morga's darkness, restoring peace to the whispering forest and the kingdom of Elderwood. Julie returned to the castle, hailed as a hero. The wolves became her closest allies, and together they continued to protect the kingdom. Princess Julie, who could talk to wolves, had saved her people and restored balance to the natural world, proving that even the smallest voice can carry the greatest power when it speaks with love and respect for nature. And so, Princess Julie ruled with wisdom, kindness, and the strength of the wild, forever united with the wolves and the forest that had always been her true home.